podcast.
Welcome back.
I felt like that sounded so profesh.
It did.
Like this was a
like, oh my
medical
God,
podcast or
we have a
something.
podcast.
Which I'm bringing up because I'm watching Grey's Anatomy
You are.
again from the beginning.
Well, what round is this now? How many times have you actually watched it?
I don't know. Last time I watched the whole thing was 2 years ago. And because the thing is, like, it's still going, right?
Yeah.
So even if I've seen it multiple times, every time I've seen it, it hasn't been as many seasons as it is now.
No.
So last time I watched it, it was 15 seasons. Now they're starting...
Only 15?
15. Now they're starting season 17, I think, this fall.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm on season 2.
Isn't that the final season?
No, there's one
No,
more.
there's one
It's
more,
gonna be
sorry.
18. Yeah.
Not a veteran watcher of this show.
But
I've never watched
we're working on it.
We're working on it.
Esme's really squeamish when it comes to blood.
It's actually debilitating.
Yeah. But you live with someone who loves this show. Imagine how happy she would be if you came home tonight and you're like, listen, I think we should start watching Grey's Anatomy season 1.
She will rejoice.
She's going to be so thrilled.
Thrilled is the right word.
Yeah. She's probably going to text me and be like, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
because we have basically nothing to watch at the moment.
Yeah.
So, and we always need something to watch, apparently.
Yeah, I didn't either. But what have you done lately?
What have I done lately? I have been stressed because I have a lot of deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a thing. What else have I done?
Can we talk about me performing at a wedding?
I thought you were going to say proposing, and I was like, this has skipped a beat.
Yeah, no, not proposed.
Yes, we can talk about that. Hi.
But let's talk about the wedding.
Yes.
Because the guy who was getting married was a really nice guy.
Was a great guy.
Who you've talked to a lot.
I actually have something funny to show you in regards to that, so remind me.
Okay, I will. But the thing is that they had this wedding. So I was performing during the dinner.
Yes.
Like in the middle of the dinner.
It was like an 8-course dinner or something.
Yeah, it was massive. Anyway, at a restaurant, like a really fancy, nice restaurant in Oslo. But the person at the scene in charge. I don't know if he like owns the place or runs it.
I couldn't get it, honestly.
I don't know. Anyway, that guy who you were referred to this person for questions on equipment and timing.
All very normal questions, guys.
Right. Like questions you would ask anyone if you're performing at their wedding or their event. Yes. Anyway, this guy, I don't think he listens to this podcast, so I'm going to be real.
Not.
I'm going to be real. He was scary as fuck.
He was like, you know what he was like? Because he also happened to somehow, I don't know why, turned out to be a chef as well, which could have been part of the problem, guys, but I didn't know this beforehand. Anyway, he looked like a character from like an old movie who's like the bad guy who's like a bad chef.
And
carries
then
like
he had a German accent. So he was speaking Norwegian. I don't have anything against German. What is it called? German. The language. But if you speak Norwegian with a German accent, you sound scary. It's weird. But so you'd been emailing with him and you'd been on the phone with him and he was scary. And you told me like this guy's scary, right? And then we went up there to set up my equipment and sound check like earlier in the day on Saturday.
Which time? The first time or the second time?
The first time we went up there because it was a bit confusing when we could show up. So I said to you, like, why don't you just wait in the car and I'll run in there and see if it's all good. And I was gone for a few minutes. I came back into the car.
Pale.
And I was like, that is the scariest, meanest guy I've met in my entire life. I don't know if and I don't even think that he had a bad day.
No, because you know I'd been talking to him for the whole week.
Right. So this is clearly his personality, which is even scarier.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, or that. But, I mean, it all turned out well. The bride and groom were happy. And
and that's the most important thing.
Went really well. But sometimes, like, dealing with the behind the curtain people can be stressful.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. And especially not when, like, you and I do my management and booking. So it's always one of us.
It's on us
that are
as well.
talking to them. And
we can't pass it on to anyone else because the buck ends with me, basically.
Right.
It's like...
Yeah. He scared me a lot.
Yeah, I was not glad that he scared you, but I was glad that it wasn't just me.
Oh, no.
Because I had only spoken to him up until this point. You hadn't had like any, you hadn't been in the conversation yet, only through me. And then when you went inside, and I also, when you went inside from the car and your phone was still in the car, I was like, oh no, she can't even call me for help. And I was like, oh no. And you just came in, you came back to the car and your face.
He like yelled at me. To give you like a quick rundown of what happened in the few minutes I was gone, he yelled at me for showing up too early when he hadn't given us a time. So yeah, it was stressful and scary.
It was so stressful.
We managed to pull through. And all is well.
All is well now.
They got married. I performed a few songs.
You did. They were very happy.
They were very happy.
And that's the most important thing.
Yes.
So we did that. Oops. Yeah.
But I think we have in this podcast for very many weeks been teasing something.
We have.
We've been teasing an album.
We have been doing that.
Yeah. And we've talked about it a lot. We've talked about the process. We've talked about like expectations and basically everything.
Everything
about
other than the actual.
And every time we say, well, we can't really tell you yet, but we will soon. It's going to be soon. Guys.
Soon has come.
Soon has come. Soon is here.
Soon is here. Because
we're going to announce when the album is coming out. Actually, as I'm saying this sentence, I'm realizing that I'm going to do it. Don't worry. But I'm realizing that I forgot to double check with Sony, which is my label, that I'm actually allowed to say this. But you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm going to say it.
Your album, your life. And if worse comes to worse, we will just cut this part out of the podcast.
True. Which is not going to happen. Because we're going to tell you.
We're going to tell you.
The album is coming out.
I'm going to do a drum roll.
Do it.
I don't know how to do it, and the mic will get it.
I think we got it.
Yeah. Nice.
September
2021.
No, that's so mean. Imagine if that was the actual date. No. Yeah, we pushed it. No. September 18th.
2020.
Yes. Which, when this podcast comes out, is about 2.5 weeks away.
It is. Countdown has begun.
It's happening. It is happening.
It's ready.
It's ready.
It's uploaded to Spotify.
It's uploaded. It's literally in the Spotify bank. It's in the iTunes bank. It's in the Apple Music bank. It's everywhere. It's just not available yet.
It's just not quite available.
But it will be.
Don't try and look for it, guys, because you won't find it.
No. But speaking of looking for things,
yes,
that was a great segue.
It really was.
Thank you for putting that out there for me to just grab and use.
Take it.
Thanks, girl. I guess this will be tomorrow then, on September 1st, we are launching sort of like a treasure hunt, scavenger hunt, whatever you want to call it. Did we talk about this last time?
No.
Okay.
It's virtual.
So I have said something about it. It was when I released the music video for Figure It Out.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so the thing is that, again, not really sure if I'm saying the right things now, but just go with it. And if I say something wrong, you will figure out the right thing that I'm trying to say in a few days.
Yes.
But what I know so far is that there's going to be a clue on my Instagram every single day up until a few days before the album comes out.
True.
Yeah. And you need to figure out these clues. And so what you're figuring out by, solving every little thing every day is one letter.
Yes.
And all of these letters combined is going to be the title of my album.
Jazz hands for YouTube.
And if you figure it out, it's not figure it out. That's not the title.
This is not the hint.
But if you do, then you will get access to listening to the album before everyone else. So if you just follow me on Instagram and follow the instructions, then you will know what to do. And hopefully you can listen to the album before it's out.
I like that.
It's pretty exciting.
It is pretty exciting.
I was actually listening to it yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's so surreal that it's happening.
It's done, yeah.
Because I can listen to the songs and I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. And I can be like, people ask me like, are you excited?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. But then like when I think about it, I'm like, I don't even know if I am excited because I can't grasp the concept of this album actually coming out. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
It's
that makes
so
two
weird.
of us.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, I've made this entire album right here, like right behind us, in my living room. I made songs and they're coming out. It's weird.
That's weird.
But it's
That's
so fun,
weird.
though.
That's really fun.
Yeah. Should we tease something about the album?
Oh, can we?
Yeah.
Okay, what should we tease?
What about the fact that I'm not singing.
No, don't.
I'm not singing all of the songs alone.
That's a good hint.
Thank you.
There are some real gems to be found.
Yep.
In terms of that.
That's what we're going to say.
That's it.
For now.
That's all.
Yep, so we're back to it. Back to not saying anything. But we gave you the date.
Yeah.
And
don't say we don't give you anything, guys.
No. And just so you know, I don't think that we're announcing the date of the album on any other media yet. So this is a podcast exclusive.
We haven't had one of those before.
I know. It's pretty fun.
A podcast exclusive, guys. I have never actually felt more like I have a podcast than right now.
Really?
Podcast exclusive.
Ooh, didn't you have a challenge for people this week?
I do.
Speaking of us having a podcast.
We will drop it into the middle of this podcast.
Do it.
So, this week, what we would really love and appreciate is some wonderful reviews of our podcast.
Yeah, if you have bad reviews, don't give them to us.
No, we're not up for any, like, even if they're honest and they're bad, we don't want them. Good reviews only.
Yes. Not to us personally.
No, please review us on Apple Podcasts. I think that's basically the only place you can do it.
that's the only place you can.
Yeah.
Or like iTunes, yeah.
iTunes, yeah. Wherever you can review this podcast, please give us a review. And we have a couple already, but they don't have any writing. So if you want to write a little something like your favorite thing about the podcast or why you listen to it, or just a little nugget of info for some potential listeners.
Yes.
Put it there.
Why people listen to us is a question I ask myself every
week.
Dude,
I cannot even fathom.
Like we started out
so strong.
With a very clear, well, I wouldn't say very clear idea, but an idea and a concept of what we wanted to do. And it's turning more and more into you and I just talking.
Rambling about
random
nothing.
stuff and about our lives.
Yeah.
But people are still listening, so
I'm shocked.
Same.
And some of them aren't even related to us.
We really appreciate it.
We do.
And like we've said so many times before, even if we don't necessarily ask for it in every podcast, like feel free to DM us or comment or like things you want us to talk about or bring up. But it's also going to be so much easier to go back to like kind of following that plan once the album is out.
Exactly, because we can't say anything.
No, and up until now, it's been very limited.
Exactly.
As to how much information we can share.
So after the 18th of September,
this
podcast is going to just skyrocket.
I hope so.
Into amazingness.
I'm so excited to hear what people like think. And one of my favorite things about, releasing music in general, but more specifically an album, since it's like a whole story, is the stories that people like make themselves.
Yeah, that's fun.
Because you can listen to a song and obviously the words are going to give you some idea on what's it about, but it's going to be different for everyone.
Exactly. Like people related to different things in their life or what's happened to them or how they hear it. It's always different.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Me too. Fun.
Can you believe it's coming?
No.
Can you believe we
said child? It? No.
A child. It is a child.
A child.
It's my baby.
It's like flying the nest.
Yeah.
The nest is the laptop.
Yep. There it is.
Bye.
There
it is. Bye.
Fly safe.
Fly safe. All the way to Spotify. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Me too.
My mum's also really excited.
She is really excited.
Do you know what she said?
Tell me.
She gave us some constructive criticism about our podcast.
Oh boy.
Hello, Brig.
Here it goes.
I think,
hello.
It's valid.
She's my favorite mom except my own.
Yeah, same. Kidding.
What is it?
She said that we should talk more about your music.
Yeah.
Which we've answered to now because we can't, Mum.
I mean, we can.
We can, but it's going to be a lot easier.
Yeah.
In a few weeks' time.
If you were to ask me, if you were to ask me any question, like one question about anything music related with me, it can be about one of my songs or like a process related question or people I've worked with, whatever. What would it be? And I'll answer it right now.
Why haven't you written a song about me?
That's what you're choosing?
Yep.
Well,
riddle me this, Matilda.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I don't have a good answer for that.
I can give you a different question.
I definitely need to write a song about you.
That's the only answer I want to hear.
But you're getting married next year, so maybe I'll write a song then.
A rap?
For your wedding. Preferably a rap. Yep.
No, I'll ask you a serious question.
Please do. Did you know I have a rap name?
Is it Maddie G?
It is.
I've been on fire guessing things about Matilda's life today.
It's been wild.
So just
while you think about a question, I will say that when Esme came here, I wasn't sure if she was a delivery guy or actually Esme. So I opened the door and I said nothing.
Which is not what usually happens.
No. So you came walking around the corner and you were like, hello? And I was like, oh,
me.
hey, it's you. So I ordered a little surprise.
Little one? Yeah, I don't think it was little.
No, it wasn't. I ordered donuts from our favorite donut shop that still has not replied to our please sponsor us DM.
Send another one.
Yeah, we should. Or just leave them alone. Yeah. I don't know.
I think at that point, maybe.
We don't take offense, so we still support them. I mean, we take a little offense, but not enough for us to stop eating their donuts, is what I'm saying. Truth. So the thing was, when you go there and buy them, you buy as many as you want. Mm-hmm. But when you order, the least amount is 6. So I ordered 6 donuts, and you looked at me like, whoa, it's a lot of donuts. How many are left?
2.
2, exactly. We did
job. Really well.
And I said to you, like, oh man, we've eaten 2.5 donuts each. And then Esme goes, everything that starts with a 2 is small. That's my motto, is what you said.
Sometimes I say things and I'm like, wow,
but
where did that come from?
If you're 2 years old, you're little.
You're little.
Yeah.
Yeah. I stand by it.
2 miles short.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Do you have a question?
I do have a question.
Go. I'm scared now all of a sudden. I regret this.
You regret it? No, don't regret it.
Go on.
Okay. If you could take... This is a weird question, but I'm going to ask you. If you had the option, would you remove anything from your discography?
Yes.
You would?
I would.
Tell me what and why.
Well, I think not necessarily remove as in like for it never to be available again, but there are a few songs that I would like to go back and like redo.
Okay.
It's like do something different or like just feeling like it's not as good as it could be. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it shouldn't come as that much of a surprise considering I wrote my first album when I was 15 years old.
This is true. This is
true.
I
do really I stand behind every lyric I've ever written, even if I was 15 when I wrote it, because it was like what I felt in the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the production side of things are as good as I would want them to be.
Okay.
So we've talked about this before, like I have considered like redoing a couple of the songs. Is there anything that I would remove? I don't think so.
No.
No. Nope. Can't think of anything.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Pretty pleased with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I realized as I said it that discography, I'm either saying it wrong or it's a very hard word to say.
I think you're saying it right. I only know I've ever only said it in Norwegian, so
that's true. Is it like the same word but you say it in a Norwegian accent?
Discography.
Exactly. I love this, guys. I love it.
Yeah. No, so I don't think I would remove anything, but I would definitely like to redo something.
Got it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe that's what I'll do now that the album is done. Need a project.
Yeah.
Need a new project. Well, I think I'm going to build myself a new studio.
That's also
situation.
happening.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, whenever I don't have music to make, I like to build things.
She does a build project.
Yeah. I might actually do that tomorrow. But what's so annoying is that if I do that tomorrow, I'll be done in like 2 days.
And then what?
And then I need another project.
I need another project.
But yeah, I think I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think I have my drawing ready.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to
You do.
build.
I
also need a drill.
Yes.
Can you believe that I don't own a drill? For someone who builds as much
I
as
know,
I do.
But you have people to borrow a drill from.
I do.
That's the thing.
I've been borrowing a drill.
The same drill.
The same drill so many times from my friends Kill Bill and Charlotte. Her name's not Kill Bill, but that's what I call her. Because her name sounds like that. She knows. She's not offended. And I think that I've actually had their drill more than they've
It's like a shared custody, but you have it more.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Me too.
No, I'm glad you're going to build. That's fun.
It is fun. Do you want to help? No. I don't want your help is what I'm trying to say.
I get shot down and I get up again.
But you're not very handy as me.
YouTube can see my shock.
Yeah. Are you offended?
Wow.
You know that's true.
Wow.
Wait, are you genuinely shocked now? Or?
I'm a little bit handy.
Well,
okay, here's the thing.
I was going to say something and then I realized that this sounds like the worst insult possible, but I actually, like, in my brain, it was meant as a very positive thing. I was going to say that you're really good at changing light bulbs because you always...
Wow.
I don't think you can see this on YouTube, but I have spotlights,
yes.
isn't that what it's called?
Yes.
In my ceilings everywhere. And I suck at changing them, so you always do it for me.
I do.
I really
but for the past 3 times, I've forgotten every time I've been here.
Let's do it today.
Let's do it today. I'm going to forget again. But the thing is, here's the thing. I am handy, but I'm also not. The reason I'm not handy versus the reason I am handy is I have got the patience 0.
This is true.
0 patience. Like, if patience was measurable in like centimeters, it would be like 0.1.
Yep.
I just don't have it. So like, if something starts to go wrong, I just give up.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
It often does go wrong.
Speaking of things going wrong in your life, do you want to give people an update on your ankle?
Oh God. Ankle's fine.
Yep.
Ankle is good. It's a little
still
weak.
On.
It's still on. Mm-hmm. It's a little weak, which makes 2 of them now, which is brilliant. So that's fine. In other news, in terms of my life going into pieces, so today, I haven't told you this yet, though, so this is a podcast exclusive. Stop it.
So excited.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, so today, my fiance was like, I'm going to go down to the basement and get some shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to get in the shower. So I got in the shower and she went to the basement. And then she comes back in and I'm still in the shower. So she has some time to process what's happened.
Oh, no.
And I come out of the shower and she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, she said that she never distressed. I was like, why is she so distressed?
Yeah, she is.
She's never distressed. And I was like, what's happened? And she was like, you're not going to believe it. I was like, oh my God, what's happened? And she's like, mold.
No.
And I'm like, what? Like, I can't figure out what she's talking about. And she's like, mold on stuff.
Are you serious?
Here's what happened, guys. Basically, we have a basement storage, which has never had an issue. Like, it's always been fine.
It doesn't even smell bad.
Exactly. It's always been fine. And we have everything in boxes, like super like neat, tidy. Everything's in boxes. Of course, we thought everything was fine. But we haven't been down there for a while because, you know, it's been summer, so we don't need anything. Anyway, so she went downstairs to get some shoes and she brought up some shoes which were literally growing furry mold.
What?
Furry, not like just like dots of white, like growing physical furry mold.
Holy shit.
So yeah, that happened. So I had to chuck out a pair of shoes and we have to go through everything that's down there now.
Oh no.
And the thing is that luckily the winter clothes that are down there, I've like vacuum packed them.
Yep.
So they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's like a bag down there that has like some stuff in, like it's like material, mold. And I was thinking, gonna ask you on the podcast, because now we're talking about it. Can we like claim for that? Because we rent, right?
Yeah.
From like a big letting agency in Oslo.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Do you think, because a lot of stuff is literally ruined?
Yeah, I think that would go on their insurance, don't you think?
Right? Yeah.
You should check
this
that
is
out.
boring podcast material now. So
keep you updated
yeah.
on the mold situation.
On the mold situation. So that's been my pleasant Sunday.
Now I felt like I wanted to go check my basement. I was
But your basement's so like it's definitely nothing wrong with your basement.
And it's also my basement is basically not a basement. It's
no,
the first floor.
It's like
of this
ground
building.
level. Yeah.
And it's very like dry. So I
yeah.
don't think that would be a problem.
So that's what I thought mine was.
Damn.
Yeah,
that
sucks. Anyway, that
I'm
sucks to be me.
I had to deal with that.
But my ankle's fine, so that's a plus.
Your ankle is fine.
And I'm going to the gym tomorrow. You fitness queen.
Yeah,
over
I don't
here.
feel like I've earned that name.
I'm giving you all of the like.
Thank you. You're also putting
pumping
all
you up.
of the pressure on me, announcing in this podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
What I've done. So the thing is that you're talking about.
I am.
The other day, I couldn't sleep. So.
yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up, first and foremost, online shopping. A lot.
That's a win.
Yeah, a lot. I was so tired doing it. I was obviously awake, but I was so tired that the next day, I opened my phone and I had like a lot of emails, right? And it's like confirmations of things I've ordered. And I was like, didn't remember that I ordered this much. But anyway, I also emailed my local gym and am going to get a personal trainer because, guys, it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
So my problem is that I actually like working out. I just have a hard time actually getting there. Doing it. So I think if I have someone who like pushes me a little bit, it's gonna be.
Someone's actually waiting for you at the gym and you're paying them.
Right.
It's a different like motivation rather than just like.
And the guy I've talked to seems really nice, and it's gonna be like heartbreaking.
You don't want to let him down
if he's really nice.
That's
true. What I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. It's gonna be horrible probably, but we'll see.
A journey nonetheless.
Definitely a journey.
A fitness journey.
Oh man, what else are you gonna do? You know, my album is done. I have nothing to do.
Work out.
And I also think that I've said this before that when I said I was gonna take time off.
For those not on YouTube, there was some air quotation marks there.
Yeah. Because we both know I can't.
This is true.
I am gonna try and like take some not time off, but like do less music stuff just for a little bit, just to like regain inspiration.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna do other things like working out, building a studio desk.
It's all fun things you can do.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
Get some.
What was that?
Inspiration. It was like a go you.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm impressed.
Thanks. But I think you should wait until I've actually, started.
No, because now I've applied another external pressure. The listeners are expecting a lot.
Yeah. I feel like I brought this up earlier in the podcast, and now I feel like we're definitely proving it that this is turning into a podcast where we're just rambling.
It's terrible. But it will never be as bad as the bad podcast we did.
Oh, that was horrible.
That was horrible.
I can't
People are still listening.
How many people actually listen to that whole thing?
Brave and valiant soldiers.
It was either your fiance or your mom who said it wasn't as bad as we thought.
Yeah, that was my fiance.
Like she said that out of love, right?
I hope so.
Because it was
bad. And it was almost offensive when she was like, "You just sounded the same."
Yeah, that was offensive.
I'm like, do we always sound like we're on crack? Like,
no, it's not. It was not good.
Is that a thing?
Oh
no.
Man.
Yeah, it was rough. But here we are. We're still here.
Yeah. Also, we're only human.
That's true. We're not perfect.
Sometimes we're gonna have an off day
or not.
But you're gonna get this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, even if
we deliver it to you,
unless one of us is waiting to be tested for corona.
Yes.
Because then we will not do a podcast.
That's true. Yeah. If either of one of us are not 100%, we won't be doing this podcast.
Did you see all the face masks in the hall?
I did.
I ordered a box of face masks.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think it feels good.
Yeah. I think it was a smart decision.
And I put them in the hallway open so that anyone who feels like they want one can take one.
That's really generous.
I'm very generous.
You are. You bought 6 donuts. And you sparkled some water for me.
Oh, yeah.
Which made me burp.
With lemon.
With lemon. We're living a bougie lifestyle.
We really are.
I'm not complaining.
But speaking of, I think it's time to eat some more donuts.
Oh, that's fine.
And say thank you for listening. And do you want to remind everyone of this week's challenge?
Please give us a really nice review on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, preferably with a comment.
Preferably with a comment. Even if it just says, "Hi, Esme." So I can read them and feel like I'm being greeted.
What all of them should say. Hi, Esme.
Hi, Esme.
Just ignore the fact that I even exist and just address Esme.
Just address me.
Yeah.
Please don't talk to the talent.
She'll be so happy.
It's my favorite phrase.
It is your favorite
I use
phrase.
it as much as I can.
Oh, so much.
So much.
So much.
I'm yet to actually say it to a client, but I might do soon.
I think
Please don't talk to the talent.
You should. Also, vlog is coming along. I will not say exactly when it's coming out.
Another teaser.
But it's I'm in the editing process.
You are.
Making a vlog is a lot harder than I expected.
I have heard this. I have heard this.
I regret it, but it's gonna be fun.
So far, so good, guys, is what I can tell you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for listening.
Adios, people.
Have a great Monday.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.